Lance Mechanics here, and I have a question for professionals and DIYers. How many of you have installed a spare donut, not a full-size spare, one of the donuts on the front of a vehicle? We've all done it, and if you can admit it in the comments, good for you. But what if I told you that has dire consequences? And I'm making this video because something recently just happened in my city. So there's a lot of misinformation out there, so I'll just tell you right now. In all my years of being a professional licensed mechanic here in Canada, I've never ever put a donut or even a full-size spare on the front vehicle of a truck, a car, SUV, whatever it is. I've even taken my time to take the spare off when a car came in for a service and throw it on the rear where it belongs, and we have to talk about. For people who are lucky enough to have a spare tire in their vehicle, the first thing you do is when you pull the tire out, there's big yellow warning letters on there saying 80 kilometers max an hour. You can convert that to American speeds. And it also says max inflation, and those two things are very important. A lot of times, spare tires are underinflated, and the highways people drive these tires on are way above the speed limit rating of these tires, and people don't even realize there's a speed rating tire, even though it's there in bright lettering, and you point it out to them, and they just kind of shrug the shoulders. So me knowing what I know as a professional, when I see someone on the highway in front of me or I pass them and I see they have a spare on the front vehicle, I get away from them as quick as possible, because whatever tire that, wherever side that spare is on and that tire lets go, it's going to pull them into the direction of traffic. Or if they're lucky, it's on the right side, it'll pull them into the barricades. And if anybody has ever had a tire blow on the front of a vehicle, you know how impossible it is to control. You need two hands, and a lot of people don't drive with two hands these days. So we always put the spare to the rear. Some people may argue, but I've never ever had issues putting it to the rear. If the tire blows in the rear, you still have steering capabilities. You can brake a little easier. It's not sudden. It doesn't jolt the wheel left or right. It doesn't catch you off guard as much as it would on the front. So what happened in my city recently is there was a spare donut on the front left. Driving conditions weren't that greatest, but that tire blew, and unfortunately two people ended up head on. So it's one of those things where I'm sure they won't even know about it because they're not really doing an investigation. They're probably blaming it on weather, but I know it as a mechanic. Other professionals should know it. DIYers, you need to know it. You're going to get the lazy people in the comments who are going to say, well, my tire got a flat on the front. I don't want to, keep swapping it to get it to the rear. I would. I value my life. You jack up the front, you take off the old tire, you put the spare on, you move to the rear, you jack up the rear, you put that bad tire on there, you drop it back down, you take the good tire to the front, you jack it back up. You're doing it slowly, but it'll be safe. And it sucks too, because a lot of people don't even know how to change tires these days. It's something we have to get back to being basics, but you gotta do it safe. I genuinely believe it should be something taught in high school. There should be courses for people who want to know more about their vehicle outside of school, a little extracurricular. Someone should put courses on, back to basics, help people. And I get it, and then you're like, okay, well, it's just temporary. I'll get to the shop and I do that. Well, temporary turns into weeks, I find, with a lot of people. It's one of those things that it needs to be talked about more. It's scary how often I see people with donuts on and they're driving down the highways here in Canada. I can only imagine what it's like on stateside. And they're using it in the winter. Ooh. Anyways, I hope this resonates with people and understand how a simple positioning of a spare donut can be very, very deadly. Don't do it. Me as a professional, I was taught from day one, put it to the rear. Someone explained it to me. It made sense. Keep it in the rear. I know it's a lot of extra work. And like I said, I've had cars come in and I've just moved them to the rear. I didn't charge anything. I didn't care because I know better. That's what people need to know. You just need to know. Go the extra mile. Make sure everybody's safe. Anyways, Lance Mechanics, I hope you liked the video. If you're watching it, give me a comment. See what you think. Have a good one.